The industrial accidents rate in Malaysia is shown very high. After been researching, we got to know that there are few consequences which affects from accidents at working place. The first will be the financial cost. If any accidents occurs in the workplace, the employer has to pay for the employee's medical fees in the way of SOCSO. This also applies when there is repair in machines due to the accident. Employer must spend money to repair all those machines back. Moving on is the losses of output. This happens when an employee gets involved in an accident and no employee will be doing the task and no productions for output of the company will take place. Without any output for the workplace, it might face a loss in economic and etc. Next will be lowered morale. This is when employees face after experiencing incidents, they intend to get more caution and scared and even doubtful about their safety at their workplace. Lastly is negative publicity. This might be the biggest fear for the employer. This is due to the media reporting about these accidents in their papers. The company's reputation might get very low.
Moving on to the human causes of accident. The main one could be faulty judgment of speed and distance. Next, faulty attitudes. It is when employees make unnecessary acts like do not show up to work on time, then low attention span. Employee nowadays has a short attention span where they might have attention for the first few hours at work, then they loses attention and tends to get bored fast. Moving on, drinking and drug abuse. This is what cross all the limits where employees comes to work with intake of drugs and drunk. This might causes conflicts among the employees and might have accidents. Then will be worry and depression. This involves emotions might be either from their home or even office area. Emotions could always affect anyone's surrounding. After that, impulsiveness could be a major factor too. It may be a problem when the work area is a fast-thinking area and one of the employees is so impulsive may have problem in getting good results. Later on is irresponsible. This always could relate to employees who do not follow the working SOPs and might result to involve in major accidents. Finally, will be nervousness and fear. This happens when employees are fear in trying or taking up fast decisions.
The next clause will be occupational disease and health hazards. The first will be physical hazard. It involves all the things that has or can have physical contact with the humans. It's also like heat, cold, ladder, electricity. Next will be biological hazard. This is more to food handling where it can be contaminated if not handled properly. Then chemical hazard, which involves all the chemical used to operate the workplace. Later on is the respiratory hazard. This always involves when certain workplace is using chemical products to operate their premises. It can be hazard if employees inhale too much of it. Then stress hazard. This also becomes a hazard when employees work in a tension environment, too much of overtime and etc.